You mentioned in an interview after the trade that the last couple of years were really tough on you mentally. What specifically made it that way for you?
There was different stuff. You always have high expectations of yourself, and if you're not playing well, it can get tough on you. And then, of course, personal change, roles change on the team, and I felt like everything combined was a little tough. But now I can look back and be glad it happened because I grew up as a person and as a player a lot during those 2 years. So I wouldn't change it. It made me who I am today. So that's how it went.
Where do you feel, Lauri, you were able to grow the most over the last couple of years?
I mean, I think in the NBA, you kind of all the guys can play. We're here for a reason, and I think the mental part is the biggest difference if you how you approach the game, and I think that what we talked about the last couple of years that helped me a lot in that area. And of course, you'll get better as a player too, but just I think the mental approach of the game has helped me a lot.
Thank you. Welcome again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Kelsey, go ahead.
Kelsey Russo, The Athletic. Hey, Larry, nice to meet you. I was curious, when did you get to Cleveland for the first time, and then how have the first workouts with the coaching staff over the last few days been for you?
I got in maybe like a week ago, I want to say, and me and my family spent a couple of days of finding a place to stay, and then this week I started working out with the coaching staff, and this is my second workout. We had a nice drive from Chicago yesterday. We got everything taken care of, moving wise, and we're ready to go. And looking forward to this new chapter.
And then those are the conversations, I guess, with Kobe, with JB, since you've gotten here and since the trade as well. What were those conversations like, and just kind of, acclimating yourself to this new team?
We've talked about what they expect of me, how we want to play, and I think, like I said before, just coming into a new environment, it's always going to be a bunch of different new stuff. Trying to learn the system and the terminology we use in the court, and actually remember the names of everybody. So I feel like it's been an adjustment, but we've had good conversations about what we want to achieve on the court, and so looking forward to talk to those guys more and get more in depth in that stuff.
And then, obviously, like playing against Cleveland when you were with Chicago, seeing Darius, seeing guys like Jared Allen, but now obviously being on the team with them, what excites you about just the guys that you're with now, and this kind of younger roster that you fit into, and how do you see, especially with this front court, you fitting into that group?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't necessarily know anybody like that from this team, like on a personal level, but when I've gotten to know these guys in 2 days, it just feels they're a very good group of guys, very down to earth guys that it's nice to be around with. So I'm looking forward to spending more time with those guys and getting to know them, and I have a really good feeling about this team and the organization.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Spencer, go ahead.
Spencer Davies, basketballnews.com. Nice to meet you, Lauri, and welcome to Cleveland.
Sure.
Yep. So there's a lot of talent in the front court, as we've mentioned already. Young talent. You guys are probably going to be competing against each other day in, day out in practice. So do you feel like there can be an iron sharpening iron type of deal here with the other two that you're playing with? And three, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good for us. We all have a little bit different skill sets, but we're all competitors, and we all want to play. And I think it's going to be good to have that talented group of guys that you get to go against every single day. And I think you're going to learn a lot during that process and get better as a player. And I think it's going to make us better as a team too. So I'm looking forward to it.
Small ball is a popular thing, but do you think tall ball is going to be in Cleveland here this year?
Oh, the lineup, I heard Jared Allen said, yeah, we'll see about that. The game's been changing a little bit, but maybe we can surprise people with that.
Evan, go ahead.
Evan Damerell, Facebook News. Hey, Lauri, welcome to Cleveland.
Appreciate it.
Oh, we talked about this before, but you mentioned with JB Bickerstaff's approach to you in the lineup, you said it feels like it's free here. What did you mean by that? Like, are you just free to play your game, or do you feel like his just open-minded approach really is going to benefit you long term?
Yeah, he said, I mean, he wants me to be me and play the game the way I know how to play. I know what I can do on the court, and I'm glad he's seeing that too, and he wants me to be aggressive and, like I said, play freely. Of course, trying to make the right basketball plays every time, and just what I've heard, we got a really consistent group of guys. Everybody shows up, and I think that's what's expected, to come in every day and work and do that, and then I think everything's gonna click. Things gonna click. So we haven't had too many conversations yet. Like I said, I've been here 2 days, so I'm looking forward to spending more time with him and getting more in depth with that. But I mean, he wants me to be me. So
Thanks, appreciate it. Welcome again.
thank you.
OG, go ahead.
Hey, Lauri, Joe Gabriel, Cavs.com. You had your best year shooting the three ball, and that's going to be a big concern for the Cavs this year. Have they talked to you about shooting more 3-pointers or anything like that? And what did you do last year to make that big jump?
I mean, the first thing I walked into the building, someone said, like, we got one rule, and that's shoot the ball. So looking forward to that. I mean, just you always work on your game every day. So last off season was a little bit longer, like we start in December or something, and I think while it was tough being out and not being able to play basketball, I think it was good for to work on my game, and I think I got my jump shot. So I can still improve a lot. I've said it before that I think my best basketball is ahead of me, but I was happy to see the progress that we worked on it so much. So I was happy to see the little bit of the results of it too.
Thanks, Larry. Welcome to Cleveland.
Thank you.
We'll go back to Chris.
Lauri, for clarity purposes, who gave you that message when you came into the building? Was it Kobe? Was it JB Bickerstaff? Was it a teammate?
Like I said, this is going to sound disrespectful, but because there's like a million people in the building, it was a coach. But,
what did the coach look like? No, I'm kidding.
I'm trying to learn all everybody's names, and so I don't mean to be disrespectful. It's just a lot going through my mind, just terminology on the court and all the different names. So I don't want to.
All good, man.
I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. Yeah.
All good, man. Appreciate that. You mentioned that one of the messages that JB Bickerstaff had for you was to be yourself. For those that don't know, who is Lauri Markkanen as a player?
Yeah, obviously I'm 7 feet, but I feel like I can do a lot of different stuff. I'm not strictly a post-up guy. I'm not strictly a 3-point shooter. I've been shooting more threes now, but I think I can do a lot more stuff, put the ball on the floor and create for others from there. And that's what I'm looking forward to do. So just be active on both ends of the floor, and just I've always been the guy who's trying to make the right basketball play, and that's what I'm trying to keep doing, and just stay aggressive.
And then you mentioned earlier, Lauri, that you have high expectations for yourself. A lot of guys in the NBA. if you're in the NBA, you have those kinds of expectations. In any way, given the way that the last 2 years went for you in Chicago, do you feel like you're coming here to Cleveland with something to prove?
Yeah, and I think that's I said this one before last season started too. Like, not even to prove for the fans or however my third season went. I was going into my fourth year, just having the pressure to show myself that I can still play there. And there was ups and downs last year. I think I showed that, and then but same thing right now. I got nothing against Chicago or nothing like that. I'm just coming here. It's a new start, so I'm excited. I'm trying to show everybody, but most importantly, to my teammates and myself, that I can play at a high level every day. So,
thank you.
Thank you.
Kelsey, go ahead.
Larry, what's been your approach kind of to this off season, mentally, physically? I guess it's things you've been working on, or just kind of like, how did you take this off season and kind of just to prep for this upcoming year?
I approach the same way as I always do. It's just kind of after the season, look what I did well and what I didn't do so well, and just trying to. I feel like people always just trying to work on their weaknesses, but I think it's important to maintain the things that you do well too. So that's a big part. And then just being in shape, getting my legs back, like just being able to move. We've been playing pickups and stuff, and just I think that's if you're not in shape, it doesn't matter what skill you work on. So I've been trying to come in ready here and ready to work, and just it's been a lot of different stuff during the summer for sure.
Spencer, go ahead.
I'm sure you had a lot of vets in Chicago during your time there, but Rubio is somebody that's had a track record of helping along younger players. I know he's in the guard room more, but is there anything that you're looking forward to just picking his brain about his experiences in the league and also, just being able to be a pro?
Yeah, and it's not just Ricky, but I think there's a lot of guys. Everybody has different backgrounds, and I think I can learn a lot from different guys. And obviously, Ricky's been in the league for a long time, and so I'm sure I don't know him personally yet, but I'm looking forward to meeting him and just talking about basketball and life. Just see the way he approaches the game and what he sees, and I'm sure that's going to help me a lot too.
Evan, go ahead.
Lauri, when Chicago hosted All-Star, it was kind of viewed that you and Zach could have been representatives for the Bulls, and things obviously changed between now and when that actually happened. And now that Cleveland's hosting All-Star this year, do you want to kind of use this season as an opportunity to show the league what they're missing out on when it comes to Lauri Markkanen, whether it's the three-point contest or even the All-Star game?
On an individual level, my goal is to make the Sunday game someday. I don't know when that's going to be. I'm working towards that every day, and but I'm not. To be honest, I remembered like that a couple of days ago that you have the All-Star weekend is here, so I haven't paid attention to that. I'm just, like I said, with the names and every terminology, like there's just so much new stuff coming in, and so I'm trying to take that and focus on every day, come in here and work on the court, and that's where my focus is, to win some basketball games during the season rather than in February. But of course, it's a great weekend. I've been a part of it twice with the rookie games, and you don't want to miss that. So hopefully I can be a part of it, but that's not the main focus.